I want to ask you about another tweet you sent. You sent a tweet over the weekend about the death toll in this horrible terror attack in Pakistan over the weekend.
Right.
You talked about the death toll, and then you said, I alone can solve.
I think I alone, because I know my competition. Look, I know my competition.
You alone among the Republican
I see Hillary
candidates.
with Benghazi. You know the famous ad, 3 o'clock in the morning? Guess what? The phone rang, she wasn't there. Unless Sydney called.
But you're the only one who can solve terror problems in Pakistan? I mean, Pakistan...
Yeah, of the ones that are running, I'm the only one. I know what I'm running. I know the competition. And believe me, I know. I watched Ted Cruz.
How, though? I mean,
so phony. I mean, you know, I know you have a couple of people out there because he put them in the audience, but it's so false. It's, you know, the whole thing with the 5-second intermissions between sentences. Now, yes, I think I am the one to be able to solve the problem.
But, I mean, there's problems in a lot of different countries. The problems in the United States. How can you solve the problems all the way over in Pakistan when the Pakistanis themselves are struggling with it?
Look, Pakistan is a very, very vital problem and really vital country for us because they have a thing called nuclear weapons. They have to get a hold of their situation. When I see that and when I see it put in a park because it was mostly Christians, although many others were killed other than Christians, I think it's just absolutely a horrible story. But I'm talking about radical Islamic terrorism. I will solve it far better than anybody else running.
Let's talk about nuclear issues, because you talked about this in a really interesting article.
One of the very, very big issues, I think maybe the biggest issue of our time.
That's what you said to the New York Times. You said you worried about the proliferation of nuclear weapons the most. You also said, though, that you might support Japan and South Korea developing nuclear weapons of their own. Isn't that completely contradictory?
No, not at all. Look, you have North Korea has nuclear weapons, and he doesn't have a carrier yet, but he's got nuclear weapons. He soon will have. We don't want to pull the trigger. We're just, you know, we have a president, frankly, that nobody's afraid of our president. Nobody respects our president. You take a look at what's going on throughout the world. It's not the country that it was.
But if you're